This does progress, but at the expense of any logic or integrity. That scene in Alaska where she looks around for the people in Arcadia, she looks for like 2 seconds. She looks in the row of planes, she goes to the beach. Oh, nobody in those 2 places. There's nobody on the island. She's the last human being left on Earth.
That's a pretty bold assumption there, lady.
So if they would have just spent 15 more seconds of her looking around, give us a sense of the desolation and the isolation that she feels, that could have done the movie a world of good. It could have made it, give it a little sense of reality.
Oh, dude, lay off the weak nitpicking. If I wanted to see I Am Legend, I would go fucking watch I Am Legend.
15 seconds. Now even the old standbys are pretty weak here in this movie. Jovovich has absolutely nothing to do. Ali Larter is bad as she always is. Luckily we're treated to a couple standouts. Sean Roberts, despite being a completely two-dimensional villain, is actually somewhat fun. Boris Kodjoe as Token Black is a cool character too, and he actually has something to do. Wentworth Miller's having a ball with this role, but that's probably because he's the only person who's not relying on this for either a career breakout like Kodjoe or Roberts, or a career life support system like Jovovich or Larter. So he has loads of fun with this.
You're right when he said he had a lot of fun with this role, and I don't think he played his part half bad. I mean, given the fact that he wasn't a humanoid gorilla on steroids. Shit.
What?
Never mind. And then, as mentioned before, Sean Roberts for the big role of Wesker. I'll be honest, I thought from the trailers that Wesker was going to be shit in this movie, but I was actually really surprised at how awesome he played the role and did the character some justice, finally. Now, the rest of the characters were pretty much just filler that got thrown to the chopping block for your entertainment.
The red shirts in this have totally uninteresting deaths, totally predictable deaths, and totally illogical deaths. Now I don't want to get into this whole thing about the executioner. But what the fuck was that? Really? Just some 12-foot tall guy wanders forward fucking infected with a massive hammer axe combo? Where does he get this axe hammer combo? Why is he wearing a hood? Why are there nails sticking out of him? Why does he use tools when others can't? Why does he know how to fight instead of running aimlessly at our heroes? Where did he come from? Did the virus give him gigantism, or was he just really big in real life? Does it make him bigger like it makes Alice and Wesker magic? None of this is explained. He stumbles forward riddled with piss-poor CGI to serve as a mini-boss battle as an homage to the game series, and it's fucking retarded.
Well, in the case of the executioner, well, you see, he's, yeah, that's just fucking random, I don't know. But I mean, you have to understand that in the game, nobody really cared about an explanation for why the executioner was there, or where the hell he got that axe. What's important is that he's there to add variety to the game, and I think it's awesome that they put him in for the hell of it, and didn't throw in some retarded-ass explanation.
And there we go. The orange reel completely explains my point. This is not the video games. This is a movie. This movie series is not in the storyline of the video games. It's not canon, it's not kayfabe with the storylines of the game. These have to stand alone by themselves. They have to explain everything within the movies. They make no attempt to do this. You can never, ever tell anyone who sees this movie that they have to go play the games to get it. You can't do that. They have to stand on their own. Otherwise, they are failures as movies. The logical gaps in these movies are ridiculous, where they have one virus that spawns like a dozen different monsters. There's never any mention of these being reanimated corpses. There's no explanation of what the fuck the Executioner is. They never say what the Umbrella Corporation wants, other than just to do evil so Alice can fight it. This might be okay for the unthinking audiences or the Resident Evil fanboys who are happy just to see the stuff on screen and get a little erection in the theater. Oh, because that was in the game. But that doesn't work for most people. And it doesn't work for anybody who wants a little bit of intelligence and a little bit of effort in the movie to make this good. And every time there is something stupid, some big logical gap, for anyone who actually has their brain on during the movie, it's like being flicked in the nose and the person whispering in your ear saying, "This is bullshit." That doesn't work.
Well, luckily for everyone, you're a small little minority of the population that saw this movie, and thankfully people like myself that understand the movie a little better because I've played most of the games only have to listen to this type of shit from people like you when our reviews are literally hijacked during production. I mean, come on! That's bullshit! Besides, let's pretend I don't know a damn thing about Resident Evil and I go and see this movie from start to finish. I mean, come on, am I really gonna sit here and blame the movie entirely based around the plot? This is Resident Evil Afterlife we're talking about. I mean, you couldn't tell from the movie's trailer that this wasn't gonna be necessarily a movie run on a strong plot and A-level acting and dialogue. See, this is the thing. I mean, if you are going to the movie theater expecting to see something that's gonna be nominated for an Oscar, you think you know enough not to go see Resident fucking Evil Afterlife, you idiot. As I said before, this movie is not for the type of audience that can only enjoy a movie if it has a strong and realistic foundation.
No one, including me, was expecting Oscar-worthy work. You could have shown that trailer to the stupidest man on earth and he would have looked at it and said, wow, that looks fucking stupid. That claim is just refuge for critics who have nowhere else to go. I wasn't expecting something genius. I was expecting something a little fun and didn't insult my intelligence.
Or lack of intelligence.
Coming from the person who's defending this movie.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm fucking done. I can't take this shit anymore. I fucking quit. Goodbye.
As I was saying, I wanted something that'd be a little fun and wouldn't insult my intelligence. I got neither. The scenes that weren't action were boring as all sin, because it's not fun to watch 2D representations of human beings talk to each other for 10 minutes, basically just so Paul W.S. Anderson could avoid people saying it's a 90-minute music video.
Oh, dude, music videos are totally radical.
Who the fuck are you? Get that other douche back here. I wasn't done with him.
Oh, dude, why do you gotta be such a total bummer? Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, some guy is totally bitching me out like a chick. Yeah, I know. It's totally lame.
Anyway, because the characters did and said nothing of any importance, interest, or intelligence, there was absolutely no emotional attachment to anything, so watching them die wasn't an issue. Watching the red shirts die didn't make you feel like they were in peril. There's really no reason to care what's happening. There's no sense that anything is at stake, and that's the most important thing for a movie, is the sense that something is at stake. There's not a single piece of dramatic tension. There's not a single piece of horror tension, which these movies have completely lost any edge of horror that the first one might have had. And the only thing I rooted for was that Kim Coates wouldn't die, because that guy's fucking badass. Have you listened to anything that I've said?
Bodacious, dude!
Jesus, the other guy was less of a moron than you. I could nitpick even worse if I wanted to, because there's a whole host of other illogical things that I could point out. Nothing outside of a couple cool action scenes in this movie that's worth liking. It's just a shitty B-movie. Now if you like that, if you like B-movies, that's fine, enjoy it. But don't try to argue to me that it's a good movie. Now I could go into bitching about how movies nowadays have gotten dumber, how stuff like The Expendables, Machete, and Resident Evil have become so popular, but really that's not a new phenomenon. It's just back in the day B-movies were B-movies and didn't try to masquerade as A-movies.
Dude, hard! Get out of here, you. You know what? That's it. I've had enough of your bullshit. First, you can't accept the movie for what it is. Then you hijacked my review. Now you're blaming B-rated movies for no reason at all. You know what? Fuck this. I'm done with you. You know what? This is going to be too heavy. Fuck it.
So that's really the long and short of it. It's a really dumb movie with some decent action scenes and a cool end fight between Wesker and the Redfields, which there's no spoiler there, it's in the trailers and the promo clips for some reason. It has some inadvertently laugh-out-loud moments, and despite being totally two-dimensional, unbelievable as a chairman of anything, and being a cannibal,
I ingest you.
Wesker makes for a decent villain. It's just a huge shame they didn't build him up through the last 3 movies before this. It would have made that end fight much more satisfying. You know, as much as I don't like this movie, it's not the kind of movie I'll judge people for liking. I don't hate this movie. It does have some redeeming qualities. There's a little bit of entertainment in there, it's a little bit of campy fun, and it puts forth a little bit of effort into being something more than just trash. It's not like Machete, where it makes absolutely no effort to be anything other than trash for entertainment. That's the kind of movie I get mad at people for liking. But really, despite all that, and despite the potential this series does have to be good one day if they ever reboot it, there's never a second where you think the outcome is actually in doubt. Though there was some decent setup, and the idea of the prison break could have actually been half decent, despite Wentworth Miller once again being the key piece to a prison break. They really just quickly got through so they could get to more action and more slow motion fight scenes, which is what this movie, really the only thing this movie does well, so I can't be totally angry at them for it. but adding a little bit more in so we actually care about those fight scenes happening, and I'm not wishing for Ali Larter to get killed with the axe, would have made the movie a little bit better. Really, this is just an hour and a half worth of brain and activity for people to sit through, and all it does is cost them that hour and a half, and for most people, thank God for scene points, $13. It's a dumb, mildly entertaining movie that you'll forget about in 2 weeks. That's about it. Hear that, butt pirate? Orange? Where the fuck do you go?
Ha! I found you, fuckface!
How'd you get here so fast?
Oh, well, dude, I only live a couple blocks away. But anyways, I've had enough of your fucking bullshit. You clearly are incapable of having any fun in the movies whatsoever, and your stupid, simple little mind just can't seem to comprehend what this movie was trying to be. So now I have no choice. I'm gonna fucking kill your ass.
Hey, you just have to defend movies like this because you aren't smart enough to actually enjoy your real movies. I introduce some good critical analysis to this. I don't just praise and gloss over for the hell of it.
Who are you to judge the reality of a movie, asshole? Anyways, I bet you're one of those pussies that got wet watching that piece of shit Lord of the Rings, huh? Ah, dude, you're such a pussy.
Hey, first of all, best movies ever. Second of all, don't make this all personal because I have to bait your ass. And I said some good things about the movie.
You should have said more.
Dude, come on, I've got tons of shit that can get broken in here. Let's fight out there.
Okay.
Fucker.
Please. Global saturation.
Medicated drama queen, picture perfect non-belligerence, narcissistic drama queen, craving fame and all its decadence. Lying through your teeth again, suicide in the zone. Think about it, hanging on a phone line.
You're all crazy. The right to be a car. All for reviews anyways. Right is now mine.